So, ladies and gentlemen, I got the Jid Kenny Mason reaction coming tomorrow. I already got it done. But before I uploaded it, um, Jid kind of went on a little crash out session on Twitter last night. So I wanted to make this video because I was thinking about should I put it in that video, but I was like, I don't want to make them. I want to focus on that with that and this. So I do want to cover it and I do want to talk about it because it kind of speaks to some of the things that I've been talking about before earlier with Jid and stuff like that, and it kind of leaves me in a confused state. But before we get into that, ladies and gentlemen, Bonnet Screw is here, trying to tell you that statistics show that only about 20%, actually more now since I've been premiering Bonnet Screw, of the people watching this are subscribed. And it's not your fault because we forget sometimes. And as long as the algorithm keeps showing us the channels, we don't feel like we need to subscribe. But one day, the algorithm might decide to just separate us. You feel me? So I need you to hit that subscribe button. We are on the road to 2 million, subscribers. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you to everybody every time I say this who goes and hits that button, hits that thumbs up button. Excuse me. I got another announcement to make, but I'll make it a little bit later. Let's get into this video. So, last night on Twitter, Jid was talking about the BET Awards and was kind of, we overuse this word, but crashing out a little bit, right? So let's go look at some of the tweets, right? No, that's actually the main tweet. Let me not. All right. So he said, remember, he's crashing out over the BET. Let me stop saying crash out. I'm gonna try to stop saying crash out. That's what I'm gonna stop trying to say. Anyway, 5 Grammy nominations, 0 BET nominations or acknowledgement, nothing. Niggas remix the same people every year's at the BET Awards, which I agree with him. I don't know if there's too much to argue with that. Niggas be definitely remixing, and it is weird when the Grammys acknowledge Jid and the BET Awards don't acknowledge Jid, and then people will get mad when they go, well, why do you, like someone like Jid, when they go, well, why you gonna give more love to the Grammys than the BET Awards? I'm not saying they're saying that with him, but if he shows up to the Grammys, not the BET Awards, because they acknowledge me 5 times, bro. Y'all didn't acknowledge me once. So I feel the frustration there, right? I do feel like these tweets isn't gonna get the result that he wants. But hey, Twitter is Twitter, and I hate when people put like this over importance on Twitter. People are like, you shouldn't tweet that. Now, there's definitely things you shouldn't tweet or say, but like, or it'd be like, oh, y'all just on Twitter arguing all day, and it's like, yeah, that's kind of the point of Twitter. I don't know what kind of reverence you have for Twitter, but anyway, so he tweeted that. Then he tweeted, I'm not gonna lie, this is kind of crazy. I'm gonna just say this isn't a real tweet. Matter of fact, I'm not even gonna cover this tweet. I love Jid too much for that. Let me not cover that tweet. Okay, so he was in the middle of a crash out session, going crazy, da da da, and then out of nowhere, somebody tweeted this, and they said J. Cole said it best. And if you remember, what did J. Cole say? Well, if hip hop is back, Jid should chart platinum. Anything less than that, it means y'all capping. Okay? So that's the lyric we're referring to. If hip hop is back, Jid should chart platinum. Anything less than that, it means y'all capping. Right? And then Jid, I don't know if he was off some goddamn 151. I don't know if it, but that boy quote tweeted homie and said, and nigga ain't say shh. I want to give a big shout out to everybody who's been grabbing the hip hop is my bias shirts. They've been going so crazy, so absolutely insane, that I decided to now make the hip hop is my bias hoodies, because I had a bunch of people asking me to make hoodies, and I was thinking, well, summer's coming up. Nobody in Earth will be cold ever again. And I was wrong. So go grab them. Link is in the pinned comment, or go to fromthevillage.us, and I've actually now extended it. So if you grab this for the next 4 days, if you grab one of these for the next 4 days, I will send a personal thank you video to you, and stay patient because I have a lot of them to send. So thank you. Back to this. I've been overly platinum. That bar was ah. And I said, what? Now, I'm gonna keep it real. I'm gonna keep it a buck, right? And y'all remember Jid, one of my favorites, bro. I'm gonna keep it a buck. Anyone trying to say that that's not a shot or that's not a diss, you niggas don't be around rappers. It's just no way. It's just no way, right? You could say maybe just they don't mean it, maybe they this, that, and the third. This is a diss. This if you don't consider this a diss, ladies and gentlemen, and I know that this particular fan base loves to act like nobody ever disses J. Cole, and even if they blatantly say something he said was ass, they go, no. Is it our ass is good? That's what niggas gonna try to say in the comments. Now, a rapper, especially a rapper like Jid and J. Cole, which are rappers, bro, when you publicly come out and say my bar is ass, I would almost rather have you just insult me, right? I'd rather have you be like, bro, that outfit is ass, and then roast my outfit for 5 minutes, then come publicly and be like, that nigga ain't said shit, that shit was ass. That is a very scathing thing to say to a person. And this goes into, now I will say, in a way, I feel him, and I'll explain why in a second, because Jid is a rapper's rapper, so I know what he's going through. But this goes into some of the other stuff that I was saying before, where I said, man, there's been a few Jid tweets that make me feel like there's something going on with Jid and Dreamville or J. Cole, if not just frustration. So this one right here is one of the ones that, you know, people always go to, where he straight up said, N-word what? I don't even hang with Dreamville niggas like that, right? So he's saying he don't even hang with these niggas like that. And I'm pretty sure this was a tweet and delete. Now, it does not sound like you're cool with them or like there's no issues. You say, I don't even hang with those niggas. There's clearly a reason why you're specifically not hanging out with those niggas. And it's not because good things. No, I just rock with them so much, I don't want anything to do with them. Now, he deleted that, and then I also think Jid is very just a frustrated rapper. I also think, I don't care what Jid says. Now, I rock with Jid. Jid has said I'm one of his favorite. I rock with that boy tough. Favorite rapper in Dreamville, right? And I feel like he is getting the short end of the stick, and I feel like Jid should be one of the biggest rappers out, period, bro. If you listen to that Never or something story, that his first project, not his first, the one where he has his shirt off and he's like this and there's all those people, that is a classic album, nigga. I don't care what y'all talk about with that blue voice. Come on, bro. But I also think that he's a competitive rapper. I don't think he looks at it the same way J. Cole looks at it when it comes to battle. And this is one of the reasons why. Here's another tweet where Jid is not sounding like a kumbaya, everybody get along, because they say Denzel Curry and Jid are the Kendrick and Cole of this generation. And Jid says, please stop saying this, gang. And then this Joey guy says, Jid just, and this is the weird part where I always feel like this is the copium that happens where people just want to act like niggas in Dreamville are just the softest, sweetest, because look at what he said. Jid just want to have fun. Nigga quoted Cyndi Lauper for Jid, dog. I know that rubbed Jid. Nigga, don't quote Cyndi. Jid just wanna have fun. Oh, Jid. And I know that Atlanta nigga was like, bruh, we gonna stop this everybody on here on some Kids Bop Disney shit, bro. And he said, without having to compete with people. Ew. As a competitive nigga, hip hop is a sport. He respects and no one lets him. And this is why I love Jid. Jid said, nigga, what are you talking about? He said, no, I smoke all these niggas. I just have no reason for real. This is that disconnect that stans have. I always know niggas is a stan when you start saying things or you start putting characteristics on a rapper that they're fundamentally against. And if you listen to their music, you'll know they're against. The only reason you don't, because you don't actually listen to their music, nigga. So a nigga coming out saying, Jid just wants to have fun. He just wants to hug people and apologize every chance he gets. He doesn't want to compete. It's like, nigga, have you heard Jid's music? Nigga, I'll kill one of you niggas. I'm the best. I don't give a fuck. Compete with all of you niggas. What are you talking about? And then Jid just came out and said, no, nigga. And I love how he put the face palm like, oh, you niggas is what? He said, I'll smoke one of these niggas. I just don't have the reason. Thank you, Jid. So that's where I go. I don't believe I don't care what he says on the Joe Budden podcast, bruh. I don't believe he fundamentally feels that way because I actually listened to Jid. I've seen these tweets. Now, I've seen these posts. And here's another one, right? Where I've seen these things. So when I've been saying, like, I don't know what's going on with Jid and Dreamville, it's not because I'm just trying to cause drama. It's because my eyes are open, bro. So when this tweet, I want to F with your music. The only issue preventing me from enjoying it is mainly your association with that Dreamville sweatshop. That's a crazy thing to call Dreamville. I appreciate your efforts to do your own thing and separate from the rest of Dreamville NPCs. God damn, tell me how you really feel about Dreamville, general manager of the K-Bots. I only know his name because I know this Twitter account. Like, boss, you need to leave the sweatshop. And then Jid doesn't respond by saying, don't talk about Dreamville like that. Don't talk about boss like that. What is you talking about? That's my folks. Nigga, this is how he responds. Be nice, bro. I've been figuring it out. We almost where we need to be. That doesn't sound like, it don't even sound like he disagreeing, nigga. It's just sounding like he's saying, hey, be nice, bro. But I don't hear a disagreement in that. So when I say these things, it's not just me trying to pull some drama out. I love Jid, bro. I really, really wish niggas saw Jid like I saw Jid. Because if Jid was, then we wouldn't be having this who's the next big three conversation. Like, anyway, so I will. Here's why I think Jid is actually makes sense in what he said about that tweet, that J. Cole tweet. Let me put that tweet back up. I'll explain to you exactly why where I think he's coming from. I could be wrong, but I'm just speaking as a rapper to another rapper, someone who's listened to Jid and someone who knows their hip hop history and facts. Listen, the reason why I believe Jid does not like that bar, and the reason why I believe he's valid for not liking that bar, is the same reason. Here comes hip hop head screw to give y'all some history. The same reason Memphis Bleek does not like that line that Jay-Z said in Diamonds Are Forever. And Bleek could be one hit away his whole career. As long as I'm alive, he's a millionaire. And even if I die, he's in my will somewhere. So he could just kick back and chill somewhere. Oh yeah, he don't even have to write rhymes. The dynasty like my money lasts 3 lifetimes. So Jay in his own way is trying to big up Memphis Bleek in that line, right? But Memphis Bleek has came out and said he wasn't the hugest fan of that line. And you know why? Because as a competitive person, as a rapper, as an MC, it makes you look like a charity case, bro. That's never some wavy shit to say about your competitive rapper. It makes you look like y'all is crying and complaining. And if I'm Jid, I feel the same way with that bar. Because now what you're doing is you're basically blaming the people. You're basically saying it's y'all fault Jid ain't da-da-da-da. So if it's da-da-da, it just makes it feel like make Jid go platinum or we're not real hip-hop fans? What type of ultimatum is that? And I don't think Jid as a competitive rapper likes that shit. Because now when Jid goes platinum, or now if Jid goes platinum off that, it just makes it look like J. Cole complained for it. It looks like someone who had power said something and complained. Like you want to have Jid get that on his own merit. You don't never want to come out and be like, if y'all really liked hip hop, y'all would go buy his album. What? What? And that's why I say I actually think Jid is valid. I think that you don't come out and give any type of weight to, first of all, my haters. Because now my haters going to grab that and run and be like, nigga, J. Cole was crying to get you over here, bro. You ain't nothing but a J. Cole charity case. That's what it looks like. And I understand that what J. Cole, he wasn't trying to diss him. He was trying to big him up. And in a moment of frustration, I don't even think he fully thought of what he said, but he was trying to big him up. And then he blamed us, again, for Jid. And that's why I think Jid's been saying I've been overly platinum. That bar was ass. Matter of fact, wait a minute. Wait. Wait a minute. Jid gone platinum? Does Jid have a platinum album? Wait. Does Jid, if he does have a platinum song, I'm going to or have a platinum song. Hold on. Unless the AI overlords are lying, Jid has. Oh, okay, okay. One of them is a feature. The Imagine Dragons is 4 times platinum. He has a platinum feature and a platinum song featuring. Yeah, I can see how that would annoy Jid. I can see it's like, nigga, I've gone platinum. You're making me look crazy. Now, do I think that, oh, this is the huge, they're all gonna start beefing. This is the diss. Dreamville is over. Nah, I'm pretty sure behind it. But Jid flares up and says things like this all the time. So I do not feel like whatever issue that they've had is resolved. Facts. I hope the best for Jid. I really hope he keeps going. I really, 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 really want to see his next moves. I'll be following him. And like I said, I got that Kenny Mason Test Me featuring Jid song coming. So shout out to you. Shout out to you, Jid. Keep doing your thug thizzle, bro. I understand the frustration as a rapper. Some people aren't going to get it. But it is what it is. And I also got to be real. If you try to come out and say that, nigga, that wasn't even really a diss. Don't do that. Don't gaslight me, nigga. Because it ain't even up to you to interpret if it's a diss anymore. I'm going to say, in my years of living, I've never heard a nigga tell a rapper that their bar was ass and it wasn't a diss. I've never heard it. So shout out to Jim, man.